Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
I love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy King, CarQuest Auto Parts, Physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base. Who? The guy playing first.
Who is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasp Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Good afternoon and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Baird here with Tyler Moss live from Wasatch High School. It's opening day for Major League Baseball and it's the second home game of the season. This was originally designed to be the opener for Wasatch, but they were able to get on the field last week against Granger. This is an exciting one. Coach McCoy taking on his old high school, the Mountain View Bruins, and what is sure to be a fun one. Braxton Fowler will be on the mound for the Wasps. You're listening to the Dairy King pregame show. Throughout the years, the menu of the Dairy King has expanded beyond the traditional burgers, fries, and shakes to include non-traditional seasonal items and the best gluten-free menu in the state, winners of Best in State for over 20 years. Once again, the Wasps are taking on the Mountain View Bruins. 5-5 are the Bruins coming into this game. Most recently, Mountain View took on Roy High School, losing 5-1. They also lost to Sky Ridge High School 17-4 earlier this week as well. Speaking of the Sky Ridge Skyhawks, Wasatch traveled down to Sky Ridge last week and lost in a nail-biter. Trailing 5-2 in the top of the seventh with 2 outs, Wasatch rallied and scored 3 runs to tie it up at 5-5, but then ultimately gave up a walk-off single in the bottom of the seventh inning to lose 6-5 to one of the best programs in 6A. They come in 6-4, do the Wasatch Wasps, their last game before they head to region play after spring break. They'll have a 3-game series with Springville following the spring break. Let's go ahead and take you around the diamond. This is brought to you by UCCU, an organization rooted in the credit union philosophy of people helping people. UCCU, love where you bank. On the mound once again for Wasatch will be the sophomore Braxton Fowler, getting his first start of the season. He's made 2 appearances, his second start of the season. Started last week against Granger as well. 3.5 ERA for Braxton Fowler. 6 innings pitched, gave up 7 hits, and has had 5 Ks to his 2 walks. Behind the dish, Micah Dahl. First base, Grant Mahoney. Second base, Kyron Stocking. Starting as shortstop is Salmon. Will be Jack Salmon. Starting at third, Bridger Shaw. Left field will be Easton Wood. Center fielder, Austin Wood. And then in right field will be Eddie Bluth. Defensive starting lineup brought to you by Mountain Refined, and nestled in the heart of the Heber Valley. Mountain Refined has been a trusted community staple for over 30 years. Our passion lies in serving the community by providing top-notch furniture and flooring solutions. Leading it off for Mountain View will be the left fielder, Dirk Ford. Dirk Ford, a sophomore on the season, hitting .318 for the Bruins. Has also scored 6 runs. Once again, coming 5-5 are the Bruins. Fowler's going to work out of the stretch to get things started here for Wasatch. First pitch, low and outside for ball 1. Wasatch wearing their all-white uniforms. Mountain View wearing their maroon tops and gray pants. Free hot dogs over at the ballpark. If you're listening in your car, wondering what you're going to do this afternoon, go ahead and stop on by Fury Hot Dogs, and they also have raffling off some custom-made cornhole boards and have some merchandise you can purchase as well. 1-1 now the count here in the top of the first as we get started here at Wasatch High School. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 now the count. A bit of a blustery, windy day. Beautiful day to start. Wasatch outfield playing extremely shallow with the wind blowing straight in from center field. Goes with the off speed, roll over to the shortstop. Salmon fields it, throws it across the diamond. It's in the dirt, but Grant Mahoney picks it easily for the first out of the inning. 1 away for Wasatch here in the top of the first. Top of the first action brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. When it comes to your health, you deserve quality and effective care. At Physical Heber Valley, we work with you to understand your health and wellness goals and create a customized plan to get your desired outcome. On up will be Kiesel Wilson, the catcher, 333, 10 hits on the season already for the catcher. Senior, and he'll take ball 1. Stepping in on the right-handed batter's box. Outfield shading a little bit to the left-hand side, the pull side of Wilson. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count here for Fowler. Fowler comes back set, delivers. That one's going to be swung on, driven the opposite way, but foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Josh Hare, the right fielder, on deck for the Bruins. Fowler once again comes set, delivers in the dirt, swing and a miss. Dahl is going to have to throw it down to first base, goes on the inside, throws it down to Mahoney. First Gravity Coalition strikeout of the ball game, and Wasatch has 2 away here in the top of the first. Hear that wind coming in again, straight in our faces. Luckily not too cold today. Josh Hare is going to step into the box. A junior, 448 batting average, leads the team in that category. 13 hits, 10 RBIs, 5 doubles, 2 triples for the junior. He'll take ball 1. Wasatch dealing with a little bit of some injury. The injury bug, Colton Hafen and Blake Sweat both out of the lineup today and were out of the lineup yesterday, dealing with some leg issues. Swung on and fouled off, moves the count to 1-1. So Easton Wood getting his first start out in left field. He will be DH'd for, and Otis Sweat will be DHing. We'll get to the batting order here in the bottom half of the first. It's a 1-1 count. Fowler comes set, delivers the 1-1. Outside, it's going to be a ground ball to Stocking. Stocking gets the short hop, throws it over to Mahoney. A 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody's left on base. It's 0-0 as we move up to the bottom half of the first for Wasatch's first at bats.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Batting order for Wasatch brought to you by Mountain West Trailers. Knows you value strength and reliability. Our utility trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo for your business. Dump trailers for tough jobs or open trails for everything in between. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers stands tall. Visit them at mountainwesttrailers.com. Austin Brown steps into the box, leading it off here for Wasatch, playing center field. The freshman, 400 batting average, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run, and 12 RBIs to start off the year. He'll take ball 1, low and away. On the mound is Hereford, a junior for Mountain View. 4.67 ERA, 3 innings pitched, 4 walks and 4 Ks for the long right-hander. On deck is Braxton Fowler, the sophomore. The 2-0. That one's inside but gets the corner for strike 1. Nice pitch there on the 2-0. 2 balls, 1 strike. Working out of the windup is Hereford. He goes with the 2-1 off speed, misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 outside, and Wasatch has the first base runner of the ball game. It's a leadoff walk for Brown. Leading off, or let's go through the rest of the batting order. Braxton Fowler, Grant Mahoney, Micah Dahl, Bridger Shaw, Otis Sweat, Eddie Bluth, Jack Salmon, and Kyron Stocking will be your batting order. Once again brought to you by Mountain West Trailers. Fowler will step into the box. He is well, hitting .400 on the season, a double, 7 RBIs, and 11 runs scored for the sophomore. Decent lead for Brown, takes another half a step. That ball's low and away for ball 1. 5 balls out of the 6 starting pitches here for Hereford. Max Hereford, wearing number 7, working out of the stretch for the first time. That one swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman to second base. 5-4-3 double play. That's a smooth turn. And after getting the leadoff guy on, a 5-4-3 double play, and Wasatch has 2 away. Two away brings up Grant Mahoney, hitting .370, 4 doubles, a triple, and 9 RBIs for the senior. Steps in on the right-handed batter's box with Micah Dahl on deck. He'll swing at the first pitch. This is a chopper foul down the third base side. 1 strike. We're right back working out of the windup with nobody on base. Hereford delivers the 0-1. That's swung on. Now a slow chopper to the right side. Down the first base sign goes foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. Fouled off again by Mahoney. Sees another one. Moves to the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Outfield playing deep here for Mountain View. It's going to be swung on. It's going to be another ground ball to the third baseman. Throws it across the diamond high, and it gets away from the first baseman. Mahoney will reach on an error, and Wasatch has their second base runner. That was Dexter Clark, who made the nice play on the 5-4-3 double play, but air mails the throw here, and Wasatch has their second base runner of the day. Mike Dahl now the batter, catching today. Double, 8 RBIs, and a .360 batting average for the senior. Bridger Shaw on deck. Working out of the stretch again, and Dahl will take one off the hip. Another base runner there for Wasatch. Second freebie of the day for Wasatch, and they now have runners on first and second, and a duck on the pond for Bridger Shaw. Starting pitcher yesterday for Wasatch went the distance through 6 2/3 innings. Kept under 90 pitches through 7 innings of pitching. Did a great job against the high-powered Sky Ridge lineup, holding them to 6 runs. He comes in hitting .345, 2 doubles, and 13 RBIs. Leads the team in that category. Blake Sweat with 15 RBIs. Bridger Shaw with 13, second on the team. He'll take ball 1 above the belt. Hereford still working out of the stretch with runners on first and second. Takes a peek at Mahoney at second. Nobody holding on. The base runner, and that one's roped down the left field line. This one's going to be extra bases. Pick him up, put him down. 1 run comes in. They're going to try to score him from first. Pick him up, put him down. Tyson Dahl scoring from first base on the 2-out, 2 RBI double from the senior Bridger Shaw. Like I said yesterday, Wasatch able to produce with 2 outs. They scored 3 runs with 2 outs in the top half of the 7th to force the bottom half of the 7th inning there in this against Sky Ridge, and doing it again today. An error and a hit by pitch, and then a big-time double. Must have heard me when I said that he was second on the team behind Blake, because now he's tied with Blake. 15 RBIs. That leads the Wasps. Another duck on the pond here. It's a good lead from Bridger Shaw, and it'll be Otis Sweat who swings and misses at the first pitch, DHing today for the left fielder Easton Wood. Eddie Bluth on deck. Sweat comes in hitting .500 on the year. A couple of doubles, a triple, and 6 RBIs for the junior. 1 look delivers behind Sweat. That'll be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just joining us, we're in the bottom half of the first inning. Wasatch leading 2-0 on the Mountain View Bruins after a 2-out, 2 RBI double from Bridger Shaw. Off-speed pitch gets the inside corner for strike 2. Otis Sweat currently in the box. Wasatch was able to retire the Bruins 1-2-3. Again, it's opening day here for the Major League Baseball season. Second home game of the season here for Wasatch, who comes in 6-4 on the year. Mountain View 5-5. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning, but not before Wasatch scores 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner is left on base. It's 2-0 as we move back into the second.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Welcome back. It's the top of the second inning, brought to you by the Heber Valley Chamber, who exists to build and be a part of a community where residents, visitors, and businesses thrive. Our mission is to promote tourism, connect businesses, and unite our community. Logan Olson, the first baseman, will step into the box. .471 batting average for, the sophomore. Again, retired 1-2-3 in the top half of the first inning. Gets down 1-0, but now this is going to be a ground ball to Stocking. Great job from Stocking. Ryan's around, gets the momentum going back towards first base. And that'll be out number 4 straight here for Braxton Fowler. 1 away here in the top of the second. Brings up the second baseman, Jack Akeen, a senior. .310 batting average, also has 15 RBIs hitting in the 5 spot. It comes in once again on the right-hand side. Fowler continuing to work out of the stretch. And this one's going to be swung on. It's to the glove-hand side of Shaw. Shaw fields it cleanly, throws it across the diamond, another ground out. And Wasatch has 2 away here in the top of the second. We'll bring up the pitcher, Max Hereford, .304 batting average on the season, has 7 hits, 2 RBIs, and a double. Wasatch working on 5 straight batters retired here in the top half of the second. Again, if you're just listening, stop on by the ballpark. Free hot dogs, merchandise for sale, have a chance to win some nice cornhole. First pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off for strike 1. Also have some raffles for the students, Quench It cards for students. Got a lot happening here at the ballpark. Softball playing over on the other side against Cedar Valley. 0-1 count here to Hereford. That one bounces in front of the plate for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fowler sets. Deep breath and delivers the 1-1. Swung on, another ground ball to Bridger. Bridger fields it back on his heels, sets, throws across the diamond. Back-to-back, 1-2-3 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. It's still 2-0 going into the bottom of the second.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
It's game time!
Let's do it! Ready? Wasatch High School Sports on the...
It's not going to be near in time. An infield single for Eddie Bluth to lead off the inning. Second hit of the day for Wasatch, who already lead 2-0. Brings us to the number 8 hitter, Jack Salmon, playing shortstop today. The sophomore, 154 batting average on the year, but 2 RBIs and 7 runs scored. And then batting third will be Kyron Stocking. Not very often you can say your leading batting average guy is hitting 9, Ty, and that's what Kyron Stocking's at 438. That one misses low and away. 2-0 the count here to Salmon.
Yeah, it's a great luxury to have, and we've harped on it a lot. The really competitive teams, Tyler, that's where they bear you. It's a common theme. You go to any high school team in the state, you're going to find really good players 1 through 5. The ones that separate themselves are 6 through 9. Tyler, those guys that can hit, and that's why Wasatch is finding success this year. Their 6 through 9 has been excellent.
2-0, runner goes on the 2-0 pitch. Ball's low and inside, and an easy stolen base there for Eddie Bluth. So duck on the pond and a 3-0 count to Salmon.
How about the way Bridger Shaw's been playing here, Tyler? Getting the, obviously, RBI, 2 RBI double there, but making the plays at third base after throwing a complete game yesterday. Like, you don't need to worry about pitch count at all, right? Rubber arm over there, no problem throwing across the diamond. So often that conversation, we got to worry about the arms. Not a big deal for Bridger, right? The guy's tough as nails. He can take it.
3-1 count. That one's in there for a strike at the belt. Hereford will set. Delivers with the one look. That one low and outside. That's the third walk of the day for Hereford. Again, came in with 4 walks and 3 innings of work. Puts runners on first and second. That'll earn a trip to the mound. And Ty, if I just heard right, if the hot dogs didn't get you over here, if the merchandise doesn't get you over here, I think Mirror Lake Station has some gift cards here as well, Ty. So if you're in the car, you might as well just speed over here. All the students are gone, so you don't have to worry about the students hitting you as you pull in. So go ahead and just,
but you already mentioned
you're
going to be going through a lot of stuff getting in here.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, as far as soccer going out over here to our north, softball going on over here to the east, baseball to the west. Although I will tell you, I was confused looking at soccer walking across the field here, Tyler. I was staring for quite a while at why Box Elder was on the Wasatch side of the field, because they're in pure purple uniforms. The Wasatch soccer team has nothing but purple uniforms on.
There you go.
So it took until one of my students said, "Hey, Mr. Moss," and I was like, "Oh, that's Wasatch over here. They're in purple, and that's Wasatch." So you're going to see all kinds of stuff when you come over. But the hot dogs, Tyler, smell especially good. You're lucky I made it up here to the booth with you. I got lured in a little bit on the hot dogs. And
another hit by pitch. How had that make you feel as a pitching coach when you go out, talk to your pitcher, and then the very first pitch goes off the backside of the next hitter? Probably not the game plan.
It made you second
right?
guess,
Probably
what you said over there is what I'd say.
Ty, is it worth going up and over the berm in your car to get the Mirror Lakes? Like, if you can't find a parking spot, are you willing to pay the parking ticket to get the Mirror Lake Station, gift card?
There might be questionable parking where I just parked here, getting in here, Tyler. Yeah, to come get the Mirror Lake Station donut. I'm surprised you're even asking. Of course, come get the donut.
Ball 1 to Austin Brown as we're back up to the top of the order. He walked in his first at bat. 1 ball, no strikes. Big leads all around. Brown's going to swing at this one. This one's driven to left field. Going back. Makes the grab, but it'll be deep enough for a sacrifice fly. RBI for the freshman, and Wasatch takes the 3-0 lead.
Oh, good job to drive in a run there, Tyler. Nice lazy fly ball right into the wind. That carried farther than I thought it would, Tyler. Wind blowing in pretty hard out there right now. And Austin, known for hitting those high towering fly balls, the wind's going to knock that down, but carried plenty far to get that run in.
Mountain View outfield playing deep here today. Wasatch playing very shallow on their side of things. It's going to bring up Braxton Fowler. Get into a double play in his first at bat. A good barrel right at the third baseman. Takes strike one. March 27th, Ty. Today's got to be a pretty, up there as far as dates and sports, right? You got opening day for Major League Baseball and Sweet 16 action. That's pretty good. Fowler's going to lay down the bunt. It's a good one down the third base side. He's got to beat the second baseman to first. He'll beat the second baseman to first, and the ball gets away. One run's going to come in, make it a 4-0 lead. An infield single on the bunt from Fowler, and then an error after the fact is going to bring in a run, and Wasatch has a 4-0 lead.
So many good things about that play there, Tyler. Laying the bunt down in the right spot, forcing the pitcher to come get it. You catch him off guard, scoring late. Second baseman, who's worried about holding that runner on at second, has a ton of ground to cover, can't get over in time, so the pitcher needs to eat that ball, Tyler. But when you catch them off guard, everything's sped up. So the pitcher should eat that ball and not throw it at first. He throws it anyway, second baseman's not there. Ball trickles away, and you end up getting an extra run. Everything about that was just executed to perfection for Wasatch.
Runners on the corners for Grant Mahoney. Reached on an error in his first at bat. Went on a ground ball to the third baseman. That ball low and outside for ball one. I'm curious if Wasatch knows how to react to this. They've got a 4-0 lead, and it's only the second inning.
Usually they want to battle from behind. You forget that stretch there, 5 or 6 games in a row in St. George where they jumped on teams early on.
There were still a couple of those games where Wasatch fell behind in the top of the first. Fowler's going to go on the next one. It's a strike. The throw down to second base is not going to be in time, and they're going to say Fowler's out at second base, but a run will come in, so that'll make the score 5-0 as they take the out for the run.
The ball definitely beat Brax down there, Tyler, and I think that's one of those where the umpire is making that call on the ball getting there before him. I'm not sure the tag beat Braxton getting underneath it, but it was so obvious to the eye that the ball got down there before him that the umpire made the call.
Make it a 2-1 count. That pitch on the throw down to second base was a strike. This one now low and outside for ball two. Happening place time. There's not an empty spot over here. You got again softball tracks, got some things going on. Busy time. It's a 3-1 count here to Mahoney. The pitch swung on, elevated to center field. That ball was a good barrel, pushing the center fielder back, unfortunately, right into that wind. That's a pretty good barrel there from Mahoney, but gets it up in the air, and that'll be the final out of the inning. Wasatch scores 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and nobody's left on base. It's 5-0 going into the third.
Hungry for mouth-watering, all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Hi. This is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Top of the third brought to you by Big O Tires. Get ready to rev up your savings with Big O Tires. Whether you're looking for the best tire deals or unbeatable service specials, you'll find everything you need to keep your vehicle in top shape while keeping more money in your wallet at Big O Tires. 7-8-9 up for the Bruins. Beck Benson, Ethan Jackson, and Dexter Clark. Benson comes in a 105 batting average, DHing for Carson Tolber. He'll swing at the first pitch. It's a lazy ground ball up the middle. Salmon fields it on the run, throws it across the diamond in time. What a play by the sophomore Salmon. And Wasatch has yet another ground out. That is ground out number 6 already in the game.
That's a really good play there from Jack, though, Tyler, because he took a step to get deep on that ball. With the turf, it's going to jump up the middle a little quicker. But that ball didn't go as fast as it looked like it should off the bat. And once Jack got around the ball, he started curling. You call it a reverse banana, if you will, coming in on that one. And he's able to scoop that ball up with momentum going to first and fire over a dart. He made that play look really easy, and it just simply was not as easy as he made it look.
It'll bring up now Let's see, Ethan Jackson, a senior. Jackson hitting 154 on the season. He'll swing at the first pitch. It's elevated to right field. Eddie Bluth has a long ways to run, but it'll go foul for strike one. Jackson playing center field today for the Bruins on the season. Again, a 154 batting average, 5 runs scored on the 13 at-bats. Wind has calmed a little bit. It was quite gusty when the start. It's calmed down just a little bit. One. That pitch is low and misses. 4-1. 1-1 now the count. Is that 2-1? I think he missed the first pitch. 2-1 the count. Father sets, delivers. That one misses as well, low and outside. That one's in there. It's going to be another ground ball up the middle. Salmon can't come up with it, diving, and there's the first base runner and the first hit of the game for the Bruins. Took them 8 at-bats, but finally are able to produce a base runner on the first hit of the game.
Yeah, and you know what? Just keep doing what you're doing, Braxton, because that's another good ground ball. Salmon just a half a step over in the other direction is going to have another easy play there, Tyler. So you get that ball again, and you're looking at a double play and get out of this inning.
It'll bring up Dexter Clark, the third baseman. Clark on the season of 111 batting average. Fowler will miss high and outside for ball one. Again, if you're just joining us, a 5-0 lead for Wasatch here on Major League Baseball's opening day. This was supposed to be opening day for Wasatch as well, but we're able to get onto the field against Granger last Wednesday. Pickoff move's going to get away from Mahoney, but not far enough for the base runner to advance. 1-0 the count. And I think Mahoney's going to need a new glove. Webbing come undone. That's what it looks like. They're switching gloves over here at the dugout.
Yeah, that ever happened to you, Ty? You ever have some equipment go down over there?
No.
It's a lot more expensive now when you have those gloves go out. And it's,
yeah.
You know, used to be what, sub 3 digits you could get a decent glove. Now you're looking at $400+ for a glove, Ty. That's
1-0 pitch is swung on and laced foul down the right side. For again the third baseman Clark. Ty, we were talking that pretty good day in sports, right, where you got the opening day and the Sweet 16 happening at the same time. Something I want you to think about is which channel has the best big-time sporting events. It's going to be swung on, ground ball through the 5-6 hole, so back-to-back singles for the 8-9 hitters. And Mountain View has their first runner in scoring position with only one away as we move back up to the top of the order. So I'll tell you, when I talk about the big sporting events, like go through ABC. So your ABC rundown is you have the NBA Finals, the College Football Playoff, the Stanley Cup Playoffs, and Wimbledon are all on ABC. Fox, you have the World Series, the Super Bowl, and the FIFA World Cup. CBS, you have the Final Four and the Masters. And then NBC, kind of the unorthodox or the not as popular, but still get the numbers. The Kentucky Derby and the Olympics are on NBC. So, you know, which channel you, if you had to choose one, which one are you paying the big bucks for in order to watch?
Well,
first pitch is down for ball one.
That's an easy one for me, Tyler. You've got Super Bowl, which is kind of king of sports events over there. You have the World Series with baseball, which is right up there with the Super Bowl, right? A fantastic event. So I'm going to give Fox the nod over there on that. And you mentioned one more. What's the other one Fox has? There's another big one.
World Cup.
The World Cup. Just the most popular sport in the world. So for me, Fox is the clear-cut number one. But you think NBC's sneaky, huh, with the Kentucky Derby?
I love the Olympics. Like, and maybe it's because it's only every other year, right, where you get the Winter and Summer Olympics. But, yeah, big fan of more of the Olympics. Now, I'll watch the Kentucky Derby, but I'll also watch the Kentucky Derby when it's posted on YouTube after, and I'll watch the race that way. I'm not tuning in for the 2-hour-long special of all the hats that people are wearing and all that jazz.
Oh, no? You're not a hat guy for the Kentucky Derby?
No, but I will, again, so the Olympics is the draw there. Make it a 3-1 count here to the leadoff guy. Runners again on first and second. One away here in the top of the third. Wasatch already with a 5-0 lead. After scoring 2 in the first, 3 in the second. It's Dirk Ford, the left fielder. Fowler looks, delivers. That one's in there for a strike. Fills up the count at 3-2.
Which one would you dump, Tyler, if you had to lose one of those? Which one would you
That
kick
one's
out?
tough because I really enjoyed the Final Four. I like tuning on the Masters. Definitely like my college football playoff. NBA Finals isn't really a draw for me. This is going to be a swung on. It's to the glove hand side of Stocking. Turns, fires to second, and now to first. Brings Mahoney off the bag. That would have been a heck of a 4-6-3 double
That would
play.
have been the best double play we've seen in years if they were able to turn that one. Stocking did a great job of ranging to that ball, which is in the hole there between first and second base. And Tyler, the momentum was carrying him away, but he planted as he was picking that ball up. Fires the dart over, and Salmon had the timing perfect over there, and a quick transition with the hands. Just throw was a little bit off the mark there, Ty. That was really good baseball going on from some guys that are still working on chemistry. They haven't played a lot together over the years. Salmon only a sophomore, but they look like they've been doing that for a while.
2 outs now here in the top of the third with runners on first and third. It's hard to give up ABCU just because of the college football playoff for me, right? Like, love the national title.
Is the college football playoff worth watching, though? I mean, that's not been very competitive games over the years.
That one's going to miss. He tried to go off speed, missed high and inside. You a tennis guy? Do you like watching Wimbledon? Like, that's the other draw to the ABC, right, is the tennis side of things?
I'm not opposed to it, but I never find myself sitting down watching tennis. That's not something that I've consumed my time with.
2-0 now the count. That one misses low and outside. So do you want to give up?
So that's maybe
the
how I
Olympics?
work through. This is just personally.
Yeah.
I don't watch a ton of golf. The Masters is the most intriguing golf for me. So having that come up around the corner is interesting. But even then, I don't watch a full golf round.
Sure.
4 hours. It's just a lot to commit to one golf round.
Right.
So I could lose that one probably.
But what did you lose? Then you lose the Final Four with it.
Yeah. Final Four. By the time you get to the Final Four, is it worth watching?
It's a pretty good game. Like you talk about how the college football playoff is less intriguing because of the blowouts. There's not a lot of blowouts in the Final Four.
No, but the draw to March. College basketball is. This is going to sound interesting. It's an inferior product, Tyler. It's not great basketball all the time, but March Madness is so much fun when you get into the first couple weeks. By the time you get to weeks 3 and 4, unless your team is in the hunt for the title, it's just not that interesting anymore.
Another single here from the number 2 hitter, Kiesel Wilson, will bring in the first run of the game for the Bruins. It's now 5-1 on the 2-out RBI single. CBS, you're kicking out CBS. Keep the Olympics. So. Keep the Olympics with NBC.
I don't know, Ty. The Olympics, again, there's just so much that I don't care to watch with the Olympics. Every once in a while you get some really interesting stuff there, but I think you get far more into it than I do. And it seems like anytime the good Olympic stuff is on, it's on at 2 in the morning, and I miss it, because I'm sleeping like a normal human should be sleeping at 2 in the morning.
There's a tape delay, Ty. You can watch it after the fact, too.
Yeah, I was so watching PTI. They were talking about Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, the ones that changed the game when it came to tape delay, right? The NBA Finals being on tape delay before Bird and Magic met in the finals.
Here's a trivia for you, Ty. Those two met in the college and the NCAA basketball tournament. Where was that national championship played?
I'm guessing, since you're asking, it was in Salt Lake City.
It was in Salt Lake City. Huntsman Center. My dad, to this day, is like his biggest regret. He had a chance to go watch that game and could have watched the start of, really what caused basketball to take off, right? I mean, you can really say Bird and Magic changed basketball,
you
right?
think of the way it changed the industry, Tyler. You go from tape delay NBA Finals to today, you're going to turn it on and have them talking for 10 hours on ESPN about whether Steph Curry should be resting or not, right? Like, we've gone completely opposite now where we overanalyze everything. And you can kind of thank Bird and Magic for bringing that into the equation.
1-1. A couple of pickoff moves from Fowler, not effective, and so he delivers, and this one's going to be fouled off. This is Josh Hare, the right fielder. Again, comes in hitting .448. Grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. I brought up last night, Ty. I don't know if I brought this up last night. How about... You're not a big fan of the NBA for numerous reasons, one of which is the tanking that the Jazz are participating in, which they put on full display earlier this week, giving up 150 points or whatever it was to Memphis.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear why Markkanen's out tonight?
Hey, strike 2 on the outside corner, 1-2.
Markkinen's been out because he had a
lower back injury.
Yeah, well, and then it was an illness.
Oh,
and now he's not conditioned enough to play. So he's out because of illness conditioning.
Well, when you're injured, you
making
get out
up
of shape.
all kinds of different things to keep him out.
The 1-2 goes with the off speed, swung on and fouled hard into the dugout of Mountain View. Keep the count at 1-2. 5-1 the score here in the top of the third. Wasatch scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but have now given up 3 hits here in the top half of the third inning that have produced 1 run. So here's my solution to the tanking tie. Is the teams that don't make the playoffs, they have their own end of season tournament for the number 1 and 2 seed.
For the lottery?
For the lottery. If you win the
2.
tournament, you get 1, and then the runner-up gets 2. High chopper to Bridger. Bridger will field it foul smartly, and then we'll reset still with a 1-2 count. So this year, you have, I think there's 10 teams total that don't make the playoffs in the NBA. 5 West teams, 5 East teams. Those 5 West teams would play a pool play. The winner of the pool play gets to go to the championship against the Eastern Conference team, and then if you win, so you got to at least have somewhat of a team in order to win the first pick in the NBA draft. You can't just blow everything. You have to be able to play a little bit.
I admire...
Another pitch on the inside is going to be fouled straight back into the stands.
I admire a little bit what you're trying to do there, Tyler, but I don't like the idea at all, because in the dynamic of the NBA, small markets have a hard time attracting stars. And so if you have injuries or other things that come into play, you're going to keep the lower market teams in purgatory forever, because they're not going to be able to win those tournaments because the other teams will have more attractive stars. The way small market teams get competitive is by winning the lottery.
This one's going to be a lazy fly ball. The shortstop, Salmon, comes over and makes the play, and Mountain View is retired. 1 run comes in on 3 hits, no errors. 2 runners are left on base. 5-1 as we move into the bottom of the third.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
Hey, Heber Valley, whether you're cheering on our high school team or enjoying a day in our beautiful valley, our community is stronger when we love local. Our local businesses are the heartbeat of Heber Valley, from your favorite cafe to the shop on the corner. When you shop local, you're supporting your neighbors and investing in the future of our community. So next time you're out and about, show some love. Shop, dine, and explore right here in Heber Valley. Brought to you by the Heber Valley Chamber of Commerce. Remember, love local. It makes all the difference. Visit gohebervalley.com/shop.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the third, brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies, located at 2nd North Main in Camas on your way up Mirror Lake Station Highway. Winners of Best In-State Donuts. It'll be Micah Dahl, Bridger Shaw, and Otis Sweat to lead it off here in the bottom of the third. Wasatch leading 5-1. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. On the off air, we talked about, okay, instead of a season-ending tournament, just at the end of the season, if you're the worst team in the West and you're the worst team in the East, maybe you're only rewarded picks 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Right? And so and why that matters is, like, at the end of the season, who wants to watch a Jazz game? Well, if you're playing for a chance to be in the lottery by winning, aren't you going to watch those games a little bit more? Kind of similar to this one's going to be a high chopper to the third baseman. Ooh, nice play by the third baseman. Throws it kind of a 12-6 release, but gets him out at first base for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it's a good play. Yeah, Ty, when you come back to that conversation we were having NBA-wise of how do you get rid of the tanking, the playing game I don't like at all, right? Because you're just going to keep teams that are bad all the time. But you want to solve the teams that are just intentionally trying to be bad.
This one's going to be Bean. Bridger Shaw had a 2-out, 2 RBI double his last at bat. He's going to take one off the shoulder to give Wasatch yet another base runner. That's the fifth freebie awarded by Hereford, and it'll bring up Otis Sweat.
So it's intriguing, right? If you incentivize kind of a command and control, if you will, losing at the worst levels, that you cannot get the top pick. Like, rather than taking the top from the East and the West, because there can be a discrepancy, I just say the bottom three. If you're the bottom three records, you cannot be higher than pick 7, 8, 9, or something like that. And then the rest of them can play in, right? So if you're 4 through 14, you have a playoff tournament and play for that one lottery pick.
How about another swing and a miss? So 1-1 the count. First pitch went behind at the base or the batter. So now a 1-1 count. But what if, like, you have to win so many games? You have to meet a quota every month of the NBA season in order to be put in the lottery. Like, if you don't win at least this many games, then yes, you're out of the lottery and you have no chance to win the lottery. To encourage playing all year, not just at the end of the season, not just at the first of the season.
What about they're worried about, like, guys resting, Tyler? How about you just take away draft pick if you rest too many guys, right? You just lose your draft pick altogether.
1-2 the count here to Otis Sweat with Eddie Bluth, who singled in his first at bat. Sweat struck out in his first one. Nearly goes after that one. Check swings, holds back. 2-2 now the count.
Love watching Otis here, Tyler, because he's so locked in and so aggressive, leaning over on his toes, just ready to get after that. But he's got to be careful to stay balanced as that ball's coming to him.
The 2-2 inside. They're going to ring him up. He thought that one was going to maybe get him. Instead, it's going to get the inside corner for strike 3.
Yeah, Ty, we don't have exactly the angle behind home plate, but that looked a little bit like a tough call against Otis there. Sweeping curveball, breaking late.
Remember that Otis is standing on the plate.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got 2 strikes on him. Brings up Eddie Bluth again, had an infield single to the 5-6 hole, stole the base and then scored in his first at bat. He'll take ball 1. Single in the first puts him back up over 200. Has scored 13 times, Ty, so a 200 batting average, but has 13 runs scored, has figured out a way to get on base. Runner goes is Shaw, nobody even at second base, so a stolen base puts a runner in scoring position, and a 2-0 count here to Bluth with 2 away. Everybody starts with 50 ping pong balls in the lottery. If you win games, you take balls out. If you rest guys, you take balls out, right? Like stuff like that.
Yeah, have a whole formula there with that.
Every loss or every loss above 40, you get balls started to be taken out, like stuff like that. That one's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count here to the sophomore Bluth.
Ty, this Wasatch team has been good all year long with 2 out hits and hits with runners in scoring position. It's one of their best qualities that they've had this year. You mentioned earlier, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the final inning when they looked like they were done. They were buried. They only had 1 out left, nobody on, and they were able to rally back in that game with 2 outs. It's a great quality that this team has.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Deuces here for Eddie Bluth with runner in scoring position. Wasatch scored 2 in the bottom half of the first with 2 outs. The pitch misses inside. Shaw, a huge lead out of second base. He'll go back to second base. And we now have ourselves a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hereford comes set, takes a look at Shaw with the shortstop right behind him. The payoff pitch. That one's outside for ball 4. And that'll put runners on first and second with the shortstop, Salmon, coming up to the plate. 6th walk or hit by pitch, and this is the second trip to the mound, once again brought to you by Mirror Lake Station. Donut carts here, Ty. If you're driving around, they got free hot dogs, merchandise for sale, cornholes you can raffle off and win, cornhole boards. And that's going to do it for Hereford. We'll go ahead and take a break. Mirror Lake Station pitching change. We'll be back.
A home equity line of credit from UCCU makes it easy to access the equity in your home. And right now, UCCU is offering home equity lines of credit with no fees or closing costs. With increased home values, there is more equity to use for whatever you need. A wedding, a remodel, or whatever comes up. It's your equity, so it's entirely up to you. Start your application or learn more at uccu.com. Low rates, no fees, faster than ever. UCCU, love where you bank.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Pitching change now on the mound will be Michael Oakey. He's thrown 2 innings this season, hasn't given up a run yet, no walks and 2 Ks. He comes in with 2 away, runners on first and second, and Wasatch leading 5-1. That one's in there at the belt for strike 1. Salmon walked and scored in his first at bat. Now has 8 runs scored on the season, 2 RBIs. Has an RBI opportunity here with runners on first and second. No balls, 1 strike, 1 look. The delivery swung on, fouled behind us for strike 2. On deck is Kyron Stocking. Also was hit by pitch and scored. Bottom of the lineup, once again producing for Wasatch. Scored 3 of their 5 runs. Oakey comes set with an 0-2 count. The delivery hits the outside, or hits the spot, but too far outside. 1-2 now the count.
Yeah, coaches in the Mountain View dugout wanted that one. The catcher signaling to them that it is outside. Yeah. And it was, Tyler. He went out and tried to pull that one back in, but missed by about 6 inches probably.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, that one way outside. Good job from the catcher keeping that one in the glove. 2-2 now the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, runners on first and second. Oakey comes set, working out of the stretch. 2 looks, delivers, goes with the off speed. That one too high, and that'll fill up the count at 3-2. Base runners will get a head start with the full count, 2 away. Oakey again in his 1 appearance, no walks.
That one had Jack kind of unsure, didn't it? Flinching, not because he was necessarily afraid of it, but looked like it was coming inside, but he wasn't sure he should move. It might break back over, and they had him a little bit off balance on that breaking ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the third, Wasatch leading 5-1. The pitch, and low and outside, ball 4. First walk of the season for Oakey, and it'll load the bases and bring up Kyron Stocking, who's having himself a great season. .438 batting average, a double, 6 RBIs, 16 runs scored for the senior. And he comes up now with the bases loaded.
What a good at bat from Jack Ty. He got down 0-2 and then able to fight back and earn himself a free pass on the bases.
Working out of the windup now is Oakey. He comes back above the belt for ball 1.
I feel like that last at bat maybe is a good symbol of sometimes what happens too much in young level baseball, like high school baseball, Tyler, where pitchers get a little too fine. You're up 0-2. And trying to make the perfect pitch rather than just going after a strike there. And Oakey he lost him when he was way ahead on that one. And often you just want your pitchers to be aggressive and get after it.
1-1 the count, ball 1 and then a strike 1. Again, bases juiced, the 1-1. Swing and a miss above the belt for strike 2. 1-2 now the count. Talked about the bottom half of this lineup, producing runs, also eating up pitches, Ty. Eddie Bluth only hitting around 200, but has a 528 on base percentage. So finding out ways to get on base, which means you're eating up pitches as well. 1-2 the count with the bases loaded. The pitch misses outside. 2-2 now the count.
See, and again, I think that's another example. That ball just has no chance of being a strike. It's starting so far off the plate that your batter's not going to offer at it, and the umpire's not going to call it a strike. It's a wasted pitch entirely there. You want your pitcher to be a lot more competitive around the zone and come after these hitters.
The 2-2 Misses outside, fills up the count at 3-2.
Same thing, Ty. I feel like you can see exactly what's going through the mind of this pitcher right now is I want to get the perfect pitch on the outside part of the plate. And it's just hard to hit it accurate.
Well,
the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate. Be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
It's game time!
Let's do it!
Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Top of the fourth, brought to you by Heber Appliance. When you're down to your final out and your fridge goes out, turn your drop the ball into a touch 'em all at Heber Appliance Furniture and Mattress. We are your hometown team. It'll be Logan Olson, Jack Akin, and Max Hereford to lead it off here for the Bruins, who trail 5-1 on the Wasps. Fowler still on the mound. This is going to be a barrel to the 3-4 hole, and he'll get through. So after not getting a hit in the first two innings, they're now out hitting Wasatch 4-2 on the hit column.
Yeah,
and a leadoff single.
Out hitting in the book, Tyler, because that ball, it's a hit. It is, but it's one of those balls that as a pitcher you're like, oh, are you kidding? That ball snuck through. It was not hit well off the cap. It just found the right hole out there. Wasatch swinging it a little better, but Mountain View finding the holes a little better. And this has been a little bad luck with Braxton this year, right? Didn't it feel that same way with Granger when he threw against Granger? That he made some good pitches, but the ball just kind of kept finding grass on him.
This one misses low. It is Jack Akin who grounded out to Bridger Shaw. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 the count, no away in the top of the fourth. Pretty sure Fox has the NASCAR series too, right, Ty? This is going to be swung on. A slow chopper to the shortstop. Tough play for Salmon. Gets it out of the glove in time at first base to Grant Mahoney. One away. Nice play by the sophomore Salmon.
Yeah, that's great. That's his only option. Tyler has to crash on that ball, and I think you're seeing a lot of good balance from Jack.
This will be the pitcher, Max Oakley, who's been inserted for Max Hereford, Michael Oakey. They just announced that a car's going to get towed. Ty, you said you parked questionably. Is that you that needs to go move the nice
I'll
Toyota?
Watch for the tow truck over there if I need to over there, Ty.
Strike one to Oakey.
Well, they'd have to tow another one before they tow me. We've got a couple over in my spot. It's actually a parking spot, Tyler. It's just if they needed to get the snow plows out, I'd have to move at this point. I think we're safe today. Don't need to get the snow stuff out.
No balls, one strike. A 2-look from Fowler. This one's going to be swung on. It's elevated to right field. Eddie Bluth will make the play, and he'll double up at second. No! Can't come up with it at second base. Wasatch playing 9 infielders basically here today, Ty. The outfield is literally playing about 50 feet outside of the infield, and that's a single most days. And instead, Eddie Bluth, hats off to the coaches of playing the outfield where they were felt like they needed to, and they're able to steal an out.
You think Coach McCoy knows this team, Ty? Of course he knows this team. Having coached down at Mountain View for several years, he knows where to position guys. But, yeah, Eddie right in there ready to receive that one.
That one on the outside corner for strike one. It'll be Beck Benson, designated hitter, who grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat.
And on that pitch, Tyler, if you're coaching your team, that's a learning moment for Mountain View is that, yeah, that ball gets down normally, but that runner clearly had not checked where his outfielders were before that ball was swung on and got way too far off on that hit and should have been doubled up on that play. And so the game of baseball has so many little intricacies that are going on there. Every pitch, you should be turning and checking the outfielders, looking at your position, where you're at. If you're the runner, if you're at second base, you peek in, trying to get a signal as to what the sign is from the catcher. Just a lot of different little things that you should be doing.
Umpire will call or grant the hitter time. Fowler was basically into the windup. 1-1 the count. Runner on second base. Benson, again, a 105 batting average. Grounded out up the middle to the shortstop Salmon in his first at bat. Fowler, one look, delivers, goes back to the off speed. Ooh, they give that one a strike. Dahl really had to reach for that one, but the umpire likes it. 1-2 now the count.
Yeah, he obviously was calling that on where it came across, Tyler, because you're right. Dahl, that did not look like a strike the way he received that. Want to come high fastball on this, it looks like.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, he does go with the heat. That one's right down the pipe. Second Gravity Coalition strikeout of the day for Braxton Fowler. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner is left on base. 5-1 going into the bottom of the 4th.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5. The Peak.
Top of the 5th brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy. It'll be the top of the order up for the Wasps. Brown, Fowler, and Mahoney. Brown's going to swing at the second one, and that one's roped down the right field line. Pick him up, put him down. Extra bases for the freshman Brown. He'll be in with a leadoff triple to start the bottom half of the 4th inning. And Wasatch in business with a runner on third.
That's a good approach there from Austin Ty, trying to get the ball down on a little bit more of a line. When you've got the wind blowing in heavy like it is today from the outfield, you want to be a little more disciplined. Got something he could get after early and put a good barrel on it. Ripped it past the first baseman.
1 for 1 now on the day. Also has an RBI with a sacrifice fly and walked in his first at bat. He's going to bring up Braxton Fowler. Fowler takes one inside for ball 1. Grounded out in his first at bat and then singled on a bunt that brought in a run in his second at bat. So 1 for 2 today with 8 RBIs now on the season. Comes up a 1-0 count. That's a strike. 1-1 with Grant Mahoney on deck. Working out of the windup is Oki, who is the second pitcher today for Mountain View. Came in and closed out the last inning, not giving up a run. Make the count 2-1. The off speed misses high and inside for ball 2. This one swung on, fouled off into the batting cages down the right field side. 2-2 now the count. Just joining us, stick around for the 5th inning stretch coming up here shortly. Wasatch leading 5-1 over the Mountain View Bruins. This is where Coach McCoy came from in his first season here at Wasatch, was down at Mountain View High School. This one swung on and roped to left field. Definitely will be deep enough for Austin Brown to score. Good play by the left fielder. Good barrel from Fowler, and Wasatch takes the 6-1 lead on the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, Ty, that ball was smoked. Braxton certainly got all of that thing straight into the wind, and again driving that left fielder back. He looked a little bit confused on that ball, Tyler. Feet were getting a little crossed over, and I think he thought it was going to die down a little earlier than it did. Did a good job to hang with it, but that ball was well struck by Braxton.
Grant Mahoney steps into the box, reached on an air and scored in his first at bat, and then had a really nice barrel to center field that he flew out on in his second at bat. So 0 for 2 today with a run scored. Came in hitting .370 on the season. He'll take ball one. The second pitch also outside. 2-0 now the count. How do you like BYU's chances tonight, Ty, against the Alabama Crimson Tide?
You know, they're about as good as any team you'll find here lately, Tyler. They've got some impressive wins. If you include Wisconsin, the Iowa State wins, Arizona, got about, 4 out of their last 6 or 7 games are top 15 wins, and 3 of those are on the road. So I certainly wouldn't count out BYU tonight.
2-1 is going to be swung on a high pop fly into the infield. First baseman's going to call everybody off and make the play for the second out of the inning.
But life experience has told me they don't win this game, Tyler. Literally only one Elite Eight appearance in their school's history.
We weren't alive for that, Ty. That's
a
legend. In fact,
Alabama wins big games. Yeah, that's what the University of Alabama does. BYU's not really known for winning the big games. But no time like now to write a new history.
Mike Dahl steps into the box. Hit by pitch in his first at-bat, grounded out at the third baseman in his second at-bat.
You know, with college and the March Madness tie, and this might be a conversation to continue into the later innings as well.
The 1-0, this is driven to deep left center field. Center fielder is going to go over and make the play when continuing to just hold up anything that's into the air. And that will retire the side. Wasatch scores 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. They'll take the 6-1 lead going into the 5th.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden. As you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber.
It's game time!
Let's do it! Ready? Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
5th inning brought to you by Smiles by Design, in brightening lives, instilling confidence, and inspiring wellness and joy, welcoming personalized dental care that leaves a lasting impression. Ty, can ask you the key to Wasatch's lead right now as we go into the 5th inning.
Well, Ty, it's been 2-out hitting.
Another high chopper that is going to go foul. Nice heads-up play there from Bridger, letting that ball go foul for strike 1. It'll be 7-8-9, Benson, Jackson, and Clark for the Bruins.
Bridger got things going with 2-out hitting, Tyler, and I suppose I should add both those runs that were knocked in by Bridger are coming by way of free passes, right? And so an error, he got Mahoney on, and then a hit by pitch that got Dahl on, and then that's kind of the theme with the next several runs that Wasatch got. A lot of them coming across because of free passes. You had another error on that bunt from Fowler that was able to score another run and put him on base. And so Wasatch has been able to capitalize on inefficient play here from Mountain View.
It's an 0-1 count here to Benson. Grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. Excuse me, this is Jackson. That's up, Tyler. Benson, let's see, struck out looking in his to end the last inning. So Jackson, Clark, Ford.
The lead here also, Ty, you have to tip your cap here to what Braxton's doing. He is just throwing ground ball after ground ball up here on the mound. And the defense is playing very steady behind him. It's been a good infield today for Wasatch.
The 1-2 is going to be an off speed that's elevated to the outfield. Stocking will call everybody off at second base, and that'll be out number 1.
Good play on that lazy fly ball. Always are kind of looking for things that can make something go awry, and that one was falling in an awkward spot, Ty, because it's in between where the turf and the grass transition. And there can be a little bit of a transition problem there when you're going from the turf down to the grass. Sometimes there can be a little bit of a step down. You can stumble. And as that ball was arriving at Stocking, that's what he was doing, but he handled it just fine.
Clark, who came in with a 111 batting average, now has back-to-back singles, singled in his first at-bat, and now singles there through the 3-4 hole. 5th hit of the day for the Bruins, and that'll bring us back up to the top of the order to Ford. Grounded out to the shortstop and then grounded into a fielder's choice to the second baseman. Baller takes a peek at the runner at first. Now we'll throw over to first base, not in time.
Ty, you never answered yourself if you think BYU's got a chance tonight in March Madness.
Yeah, I do. I'm kind of sold on the Kevin Young coaching abilities, that he's been able to make the adjustments throughout the year, and I think he can definitely coach. Kind of fun to see both Pope and BYU right into the Sweet 16. Pope was never able to win a tournament game as well as he did at BYU. Never won a tournament game, and Young comes in, is able to do it, and Pope able to do the same thing at Kentucky. This one's going to be elevated to the shortstop for the second out of the inning as Salmon goes over and makes the play.
Yeah, it's worked pretty well for everyone. Tyler?
How about a Final Four of Calipari at Arkansas, Pope at Kentucky, Young at BYU, and then you got to throw somebody else in there, but have 3 coaches who left their former schools, and then all the schools end up in the Final Four. That'd be kind of fun.
That would actually be really awesome. Everyone kind of wins in that scenario.
It'll be the number 2 hitter, Kiesel Wilson, the catcher. Struck out in his first at-bat and then singled in his second. This is going to be a lazy ground ball to the second baseman. Stocking fields it cleanly, throws it to Mahoney. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner's left on base. We'll keep it here for the 5th inning stretch. Wasatch leads 6-1. Your 5th inning stretch brought to you by Guild Mortgage. As your Guild Mortgage loan officer, Tom Stone is committed to helping his clients understand their options for real estate financing and assisting them to make solid home loan decisions that meet their needs. Ty, throw it over to you for our Gordon Lawler Group game summary.
Yeah, that's been an interesting one so far, Ty. Wasatch leading 6-1. They've scored in 3 out of the 4 innings that they have hit. 2 runs in the bottom of the first, 3 in the bottom of the second, and 1 run in the bottom of the fourth. Mountain View was able to push one across here in the top of the third, making it 6-1. But to get you caught up on really the story of this one, Wasatch with 4 hits, which is not that impressive when you got 6 runs on the board, Tyler, and only 4 hits. So then you start looking elsewhere. Well, the Wasps have 4 walks and 3 hit by pitches in that game, and then you take a little bit deeper look and 2 more errors for Mountain View. Mountain View has given Wasatch 9 free bags today through walks, hit by pitches, and errors, and Wasatch has capitalized on that, Tyler, and gotten the big hits when they needed to. A guy like Bridger Shaw coming through, getting a 2-out hit. Wasatch multiple sac flies here today, where Austin Brown was able to get a sac fly early on, Tyler. And then the last run, the Wasatch was able to just push across there in the last inning. Braxton Fowler also scoring Brown on a sac fly there. So the Wasps have been able to effectively manage and get runs across, even though they haven't been swinging it at their highest level coming into this game. Wasatch, again, Ty, on the season averages about 10 runs per game, and their hits are right up around that double-digit number as well. And so this is below where they're normally at with their bats, but they're still producing runs. And Braxton Fowler's been excellent on the mound.
Game summary brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm who invests in their clients the best knowledge and experience needed for all areas of the law. It'll be Shaw, Sweat, Bluth that will lead it off here for Wasatch in the bottom half of the 5th, leading 6-1. That one's in there for strike 1. Shaw doubled and brought in 2 runs in his first at-bat and then got beamed on the first pitch in his second at-bat. Takes strike 1 here in the 3rd.
Oki just trying to live on the outer half of that plate here, Tyler. And it's not an overpowering fastball, not great velocity. So if I'm Wasatch, nothing inside should intimidate you. You should be able to catch up on that. So I'd get over the outer half of that plate, maybe scoot in on the plate a little bit, make sure you can cover that. And I think they should be able to find some success here on this one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That one fouled off from Bridger.
Ty, a couple innings ago, as we were ending, I was going to bring up, talking March Madness, just about some of these great
foul. That one's roped down the left field side, but goes foul. Keep the count at 1-2.
Great college moments, like March Madness and fantastic athletes. And I was a little late getting over to the game here today as my daughter had a school program that she was finishing up on, and they were talking about famous people in her elementary school, and one of the people that they were talking about was Jackie Robinson. And I was unaware, Tyler. Jackie Robinson, obviously known for his contributions to Major League Baseball, being the first African-American player, MVP, just phenomenal player. But, Ty, he lettered. Another hit by pitch. Bridger just sucks in those hit by pitches, doesn't he? He gets hit so often. But Jackie Robinson lettered in 4 sports at UCLA. I was unaware of that. and he's got to go down as one of the greatest college athletes ever, right? Can you think of anyone else who's lettered in that many sports in college?
I mean, I think like a Jim Thorpe, right? I think was a guy that lettered in multiple sports, but no, you're right.
Can you guess what sports he lettered in, Ty?
I'm going to guess baseball.
Yep. But here's a random stat about that, Ty. What was his batting average in college? Just if you're to guess. It's a pure guess, throwing out a number.
That's like a 1 to 1,000 chance here, Ty.
Yeah. So I'll give you, if you can get within 100 points, Ty, we'll say you get it. 400 is a great guess because his MLB average was 313 in over 5,000 at-bats. His UCLA average was .097. A terrible batting average in college. Strange,
really?
Right? Like bizarre. One of the bizarre sports. He played quarterback. He was an All-American punt returner, led the nation in punt return yards multiple times. So he kind of stood out in football. Track and field was another one, and then basketball. But baseball wasn't his standout sport in college, interestingly enough. And I don't know if that was because of lack of opportunity. I don't know that full story there, but below 100 batting average in college for Jackie Robinson. And then he goes on to become the best player in the world for multiple seasons at the highest level.
No balls, 2 strikes here to Otis Sweat as the wind has just picked up big time here at Wasatch High School ballpark. Wasatch leading 6-1, runner on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th, leading over the Mountain View Bruins. Big swing and a miss from Sweat. That is strikeout number 3 for Otis. I chuckle a little bit, Ty, because I had a summer ball game against Alta High School, and I was a guy that took pride in not striking out. In fact, I had a day of 4 strikeouts in one game. Just was a rough outing, and I've never wanted the guy in front of me to get out so much in my life. My last at bat, because I just had no confidence in myself going up with that last one.
Well, and that's it. Once you get a couple in there, Tyler, the confidence starts messing with you, and you end up in your head a little bit, and it makes everything a lot harder. You're just guessing and twitchy at the plate.
It's going to bring up Eddie Bluth. He'll elevate this one foul to the left field side. 1-1 now to count. Bluth singled to the 5-6 hole in his first at bat and scored. Also had a stolen base, and then he walked in his second at bat. Bottom half of the lineup, if you go 6, 7, 8, 9, or excuse me, 7, 8, 9 here for Wasatch on the game are 1 for 2 with 3 walks, a hit by pitch, and 3 runs scored. This is going to be swung on. A nice play from the first baseman. He'll step on the bag, throw to second base, gets away from the shortstop. So Bridger is safe, still at second base with 2 away. But Eddie Bluth is retired on the ground out of the first baseman.
That was a good play from the first baseman, Tyler. It's a hard throw to make. You're throwing right in line with the runner, and often it leads to wayward throws that end up in the outfield like you saw there.
Jack Salmon will come up to the plate, walked and scored in his first at-bat, walked in his second at-bat as well. He's got an opportunity here with the runner on second base. He swings at the first pitch. It's going to be elevated to shallow center field. Center fielder was playing deep. Center fielder comes up. He's not going to be able to come up with it. It's going to be an RBI double for Jack Salmon as he slides in safe at second base. Bridger Shaw comes in and scores. And a 2-out RBI double from Salmon gives Wasatch the 7-1 lead.
Well, good job there from Jack. He's hard out of the box, Tyler. That ball falls in between center field and second base, and it's picked up fairly clean, Tyler, after the attempt on the dive, and Jack's able to beat the throw to second base because he's coming hard out of the box. That's great hustle there from the sophomore, who's really probably played his best game of the year, Tyler. He's had a phenomenal glove there at shortstop. He's getting it done at the plate. Good RBI there for Jack. Playing very well today.
It's going to bring up Kyron Stocking, hit by pitch and scored in his first at bat, struck out in his second. And then we'll go back up to the top of the order. 2 away, Wasatch leading 7-1. Have scored in each of the innings except for the third. That one gets the outside corner, 1-1. Ty, not sure you watched yesterday, but Wasatch went yellow top, black pants on the road. Kind of the really old school Pittsburgh Tigers look. They're going just white today. Salmon's going to go on the 1-1, and he'll swipe the bag at third base. So a 2-1 count on the pitch, 2 away, and a runner on third.
Yeah, the Pirates, that black and yellow look. Did you like it?
Jury's
like
out. Jury's out. I love the yellow tops. You know how I love the yellow tops, but I like them a little bit better with the white or gray bottoms. It's going to be swung on. It's going to be ground ball to the second baseman. Fields it cleanly, but throws it into the dirt, and it gets away from the first baseman. Stocking puts the ball in play, brings in the 8th run of the game for Wasatch, and Stocking is safe at first base.
Well, just put it in play. Wasatch, again, we talked about this. This is one of the keys to building a lead, is they've capitalized on mistakes from Mountain View. And you've got a couple mistakes already here, Tyler. One that's going to show up as an error, that one right there. And then that one from Salmon.
Austin Brown's going to swing at this one, and it's going to fall into the outfield as well. Stocking's going to try to score all the way from first base. The ball's at the shortstop. The shortstop's throw in time, hosed at the plate. And so the RBI, or the 2-out single, does not produce a run. But Wasatch still able to score 2 runs on 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error, 1 runner is left on base. It's 8-1 going into the 6th inning.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's 4th quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
It's game time!
Let's do it! Ready? Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Moving into the 6th inning, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bike, ski, snowboard, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Stop on in for sales and services. Visit them at their store in Midway or visit them at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. It's an 8-1 lead for your Wasps. They come in 6-4 on the season. Last preseason game already before we move into region play after spring break. We will be completely off for spring break. We do have one more broadcast tomorrow at Northridge for some Wasatch boys lacrosse who moved to 2-2 with their win last night at Pleasant Grove High School. It'll be 3-4-5 up for the Bruins. Hare, Olson, Akin. Fowler still on the mound for Wasatch. Fouls off the second one. Ooh, off the umpire. He felt that one. He's going to fire one into the outfield after getting hit by the foul ball.
That just compounds the issue. Yeah. Now he's got everyone watching. That's tough. He's going to have to live that one down.
Oh, darn it. 1-1 the count.
Maybe he did it on purpose to buy himself a little time.
Yeah, that's right.
That's actually a next-level move by the umpire to throw that to center field.
Great move. The 1-1. This one's going to be roped fair down the left field side. This will be extra bases. Pretty good job from Wood, but a nice job there from the leadoff guy for the Bruins as Hare has the first extra base hit of the day for the Bruins.
That was a good play from Wood to get over to that ball, Tyler. That looked like it was going to be a stand-up double, but that one was fairly close. Bang Bay getting in there at second base.
You talked about on the day for the Bruins.
The strikeouts, right? 3 strikeouts in the game for Sweat today, and how you had a game with 4. And we did some digging between innings. And the most strikeouts in MLB history.
In a game.
In a game, one single game. Guesses on that number.
Is it 5?
It's a little more than that,
6?
Tyler. 6 strikeouts in one game, which is pretty brutal. But, Ty, when you dig in a little bit more, there's actually a higher number than that. If you go to the minors, there was a player, and this is just not what you want to be known for, Khalil Lee, playing for the Lexington Legends, struck out 8 times in one game.
21-inning game, is that what I'm
saying? It was a 21-inning
game,
yeah, so essentially kind of like 4 strikeouts. You're playing 2+ games there. But some of those MLB ones are just straight 9-inning games with 6 strikeouts.
Fowler up 1-1 the count now to Olson, the sophomore first baseman. He'll swing at this one right on it, fouls it straight back. Moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ty, this has been a great day for baseball here at the park, just as far as the venue. You've got soccer going, baseball, softball, free food. It's just full. A lot of people out here. It's been fun to watch. And sun's out shining, right? People love coming out here and seeing the sun.
Just need to turn off the wind, Ty. Those big fans, you got to turn those off. Foul ball will go foul down the first base side. Keep the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But you can see over here to our north, Tyler, it looks like it's not a Wasatch game. You got purple against
white and red.
Yeah, over here. And
that's not a Wasatch game.
Who are we hosting over here, Ty? But it is Wasatch.
Oh, it is Wasatch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 3 for Braxton Fowler. Once again, brought to you by Gravity Coalition. I would say it's a tribute to the new school, but the new school's not going to be purple either. There's no connection whatsoever to why the Wasatch soccer team wears purple.
My old boomer grumpiness, Tyler, is gotta get black and gold. School colors over here.
First pitch is swung on, fouled off over into that soccer game.
You talk about baseball's gone completely the other direction, right? The solid gold and black yesterday with their look, right? We've got Coach Coburn here behind us, and I feel like I've heard a story about Coach Coburn. Was it his first practice where someone showed up wearing red?
Yeah, and he let him know that wasn't acceptable.
He made sure that was not okay on a Wasatch football team to show up in your rival's colors.
Ball is going to be pushed all the way foul, and right up next to the fence. Wasatch can't come up with it. That'll move count 0-2 to the hitter, Jack Akin, the second baseman. A couple of ground outs so far in the game today.
Braxton sure has pitched a good game here, Tyler, for Wasatch. Been very efficient with his pitch count. He's down below 70 pitches still in the game right now, Ty. And we're into the 6th inning, 5+ innings thrown here by Brax.
Speaking of the Wasatch soccer team, another swing and a miss. This one's going to go away from Dahl, though. Dahl's going to have to make a play. Stands up, fires it to first base, goes off the base runner. Mahoney's going to try to get the runner going to third base, which isn't going to be his time as well. And they're pointing at something. They're going to say out by the base runner. He was running inside the base pass, so the strikeout will stay. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Fowler, 4th on the day. Runner will go back to second base. Coach for the Bruins want an explanation?
Well, that's a little bit of a break for Wasatch. I'm not sure it's the wrong call, Tyler, because Dahl had to come about 20 yards down the line, and 20 feet down the line, and he scooped it up, and he clearly had the angle. And the fact that Grant kind of had to flinch as that ball was getting there, because it looked like they had him, but the ball kind of knocked free as a bang-bang play. And, yeah, clearly that guy's over in the way in the field of play. And they've got it with the turf, Tyler. It's there forever. You can see they've got a little box that you're supposed to be running in as the batter, and he was on the opposite side of that.
It's going to bring up Oki, relief pitcher for the Bruins. Lined out to right field on a good barrel, but Wasatch just playing in the right spots. 2 away, runner on second base. Wasatch leading 8-1 here in the top of the 6th. Baller will come set. One look. Makes it a second look, delivers the 0-1. That one's on the inside corner for strike 2.
That's a great pitch. That spot, go hit that one again. And we can go sit down and start swinging the bat again if you're Wasatch.
Wasatch soccer team did get a nice win tie earlier this week against 6A Bingham in a shootout. Runner's going to go to third base. Bridger Shaw's going to go ahead and let him kind of, not a lot of communication on that, but a great jump regardless. I think that he had that one swiped either way. It's a 2-2 count as that ball was off. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
I think, Ty, you're right. There was no communication there. Bridger and Jack both talking with each other after that one. I think Bridger just simply wasn't aware that the runner was in motion.
That one misses low. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Wasatch holding on to that 7-run lead. RBI opportunity here for the pitcher, Oki. Goes with the off speed. Nice job from Oki of fouling that one off. Keeps the count at 2-2. Fowler comes set, delivers the 2-2 once again, goes back to that same off speed. It's a high fly ball to the infield. Salmon will settle underneath it, make the play. No runs on one hit, no errors. One runner is left on base. It's 8-1 as we go into the bottom half of the 6th.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
It's game time!
Let's do it! Ready? Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Bottom of the 6th brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies, located at 2nd North Main in Camas on your way up Mirror Lake Station Highway. Winners of Best in-State Donuts. Ty, you were at your daughter's school event. Donuts involved in this one? Was this a treats with someone special?
No donuts there on that one, Ty. They had a lot of students to get through. They each had a part the entire 3rd grade, and so they got right down to business.
It's going to be, again, the bottom of the 6th. Wasatch leading 8-1. It'll be Fowler, Mahoney, Dahl. 2-0 the count. Fowler today, ground out, infield single, sacrifice fly, RBI.
The Old Mill Elementary in Heber, though, has you trained, right? When you go in those doors that you're expecting one of those Mirror Lake Station donuts, often doing the sweets with someone special over there, and it's fantastic when they have those.
2-1 the count. Fowler, who takes strike 1, goes back inside, but above the belt for ball 3.
You ever mix it up there at Mirror Lake Station, Ty? Like, the donuts are the big draw. Is there another, treat you like to go to, a little secret gem?
The 3-1 is going to be rope foul, 3-2. Well, they have everything, and so I think I voiced how much I like Doritos. And I know this isn't like anything made at Mirror Lake Station, but I think my uncle David is the owner, and we enjoy our Doritos. That is something that the Wades enjoy, our Doritos.
I think that's how he got started, right? Wasn't he delivery man for Frito-Lay?
There you go.
He's always been a Frito-Lay man, David.
Fowler earns the walk, so a leadoff guy on here for Wasatch.
Well, I asked Ty because obviously the donuts are great, but, I mean, that's a scenic drive to go up and drive through there, right? So if you pit stop, grab some snacks out there, some drinks, take a drive up those beautiful Uinta Mountains.
What's nice being the nephew of David and Kristen, Ty, is like when there's family events or like grandma's birthday party, Kristen's the one who's responsible. And so not only do we get the donuts, but we get everything else that Kristen is very good at. Ty, she has like a little crepes trailer that she'll make crepes, and so just very talented on those things. Strike 1 here to Mahoney. Now a little hit and run. It's going to be pop up to the third baseman. Wasatch is going to be caught in the double play. Oh no, they're saying a dead ball. Catcher's interference is what the call is, and the catcher is in pain, Ty. So Fowler took off to steal second, and I think the catcher got a little bit antsy and tried to reach for the ball, and now he's wondering what's going on.
I wonder if the catcher doesn't know the rule, Ty, because if you get hit, that's an easy call.
So I'm looking at Mountain View is arguing that it was on the backswing that he got hit. So a hit and run, Mahoney swung, and then on the backswing it hit the catcher. And the umpire is arguing, no, it hit, and they're going to chat about this one and see what ultimately ends up happening here. So what the umpire heard was a catcher interference on the swing. Mountain View's arguing that it was on the backswing that the catcher was actually hit. This will be tough back-to-back calls here for Mountain View, getting runner interference called out, and now a catcher interference.
Heck, Grant involved in both of those, Ty.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In the mix. A little delay here in this one. Might give me a chance here, Tyler, to get our listeners updated on the stats of this one. Kind of an intriguing game when you look at it. Mountain View has 1 run on 6 hits against the Wasps. Wasatch, on the other hand, has 8 runs on 6 hits themselves. So both teams with the same amount of hits, but Wasatch has been able to produce a lot more runs in the game. And I mentioned, Ty, it's because of the free passes. 5 walks now for Mountain View, 4 hit by pitches, and then they've added 3 errors now in the game. And so you're looking at 12 free passes for the Wasps in addition to those 6 hits. So 18 base runners in total here, and maybe 19 in just a minute, pending whatever comes with this call. And when you compare that on the other side, Tyler, Braxton Fowler has just been awesome on the mound. He's given up those 6 hits and 1 run, but no walks and no hit by pitches. 4 strikeouts in the game for Fowler. So it's kind of, when you look at the box score, it looks simple, right? You've got runs, hits, and errors, but it leaves out that major stat line of those extra free passes. And if this call stands, Wasatch will have 10 free passes compared to 0 for Mountain View. No errors, no walks, no hit by pitches yet for Wasatch in this game. And that's really the difference in the game if you're just joining us.
Still discussing it, Ty, and what I'm thinking the discussion's happening here is if the other umpire did not see the catch interference, then it should go with what the first umpire called. Now, if the other umpire said, yeah, I didn't see it and I saw the backswing, I think the discussion is going to be, okay, where are we at? Is it a dead ball out where Fowler would get to go back to first base and there wouldn't be the double play opportunity, which I think is probably what's going to happen, because you can't call the play dead and then double play, right? Like if the play's dead, which is what the home plate umpire called. So I think that's what we're going to end up getting here. But it is a lengthened conversation, Ty. We had a long conversation yesterday in the lacrosse game concerning umpires. Where does the Bruin stand for you? You brought up UCLA, right? Jackie Robinson, a UCLA Bruin. Where does the Bruin
umpires,
stand?
mascots, right? Yeah,
mascots,
mascots over there. I was going to say, I don't remember talking umpires during the lacrosse game over there with you, Ty.
Mascots.
Not bad. Not bad. It's a little more unique there, Ty. It's like we're going to have a call coming in, but yeah, I kind of like a bear of sorts.
You got the Cal Bears, right? The Cal Bears and the UCLA
Grizzly Bear, right? I mean, the Grizzly is just top-notch, fierce, ferocious.
The Logan Grizzlies.
Logan Grizzlies. Yeah,
that's any other Grizzlies in the state of Utah besides Logan?
I don't know.
I
don't know if we've got another Grizzlies. Maybe one, Ty, but that's the one that comes to mind. Not a lot of Wasps in the nation. Last time we checked this, I think it was 3. Is all 3.
I think there's
Wasps.
2 high schools, which are both here in Utah, and then I think there's like a Division III or JC college that are the Wasps.
Yeah, the Juab Wasps,
Wasatch
Wasps. And Ty, owning property here in Wasatch, it's a well-earned
mascot.
Definitely, there
definitely.
are Wasps all over this valley, and so it fits, I think, well with what's going on here in the valley.
Still lengthy conversation happening.
Ty, what's the most bizarre thing you think you've seen in baseball? I mean, this goes up there in kind of the bizarre scenarios. Was there something that comes to mind? It feels like every year you see something new that you're like, I just haven't seen that before. Baseball always throws something out at you that's a little bit different. Anything come to mind that was a little bizarre?
The only time I really almost got thrown out of a game was when we had the triple play against us out at Springville. So pop fly, everybody tags, we end up scoring. And then the field umpire was such a good umpire that he was able to see both my third base runner and my second base runner both not tag up at the same time.
Yeah, you're saying that with a lot of sarcasm.
And I let him know that is impressive, that you could see both base runners where you were standing, and he took exception to that. And anyway, I was threatened to be thrown out, and luckily the other umpire was an experienced guy, and he stepped in and said, let's have a conversation about this. But that was pretty bizarre.
Well, it looks like we do have an official call here that's been made in this game, Ty.
So they are going to call Graham Mahoney out on the pop-up, but they do allow Fowler to go back to first base. which is what I figured was going to happen, Ty. So we have one away, runner on first, and Mike Adall.
You should have went down there and told him that about 4 or 5 minutes ago, Tyler. You arrived at that one long
This
before
was such
the
a great paced game. I'm thinking we're going to get for the tip-off. I was going to go down and buy Coach McCoy a drink for starting Faller on the mound so we could get some strike throwing and
Well, you know,
ruin
this
it
one,
with that.
Coach McCoy still deserves that drink, Tyler. That delay has nothing to do with Coach McCoy or Braxton not throwing strikes.
That's true. That's true. Still deserves a drink. That one misses low for ball one. Dahl hit by pitch, ground out, fly out. But the fly out, Ty, was a great barrel to the left center field. That one's low in the dirt for ball one. Sorry, ball two. 2-0 the count. No, with the streak Bridger's on, Ty, if Micah gets on, Bridger could end this thing, right? He would be the third run to come in, just make this a little 3-run shot. Wind's kind of blowing now sideways.
Well, the way he's been swinging it, yeah, I wouldn't put anything out, Ty, but anyone that leaves the yard today at Wasatch, you better get the letter of intent right in front of them, because this is not the day where home runs are going to be flying out of the park.
3-1 the count. That one's in on the inside corner for strike one. Dahl looking for his first hit of the day. Did reach base in his first and scored when he was hit by pitch. The 3-1, that one's going to be elevated to the outfield. And, nice play from the second baseman. Second baseman's going to try to double up. Faller, and does so at first base.
There's not much Braxton can do on that one there, Tyler. I mean, if you want to get real nitpicky, you need to only go about a quarter of a third of a way on that one and just see it down. But it's right in between. If you don't go far enough, the center fielder's going to pick it up and throw you out at second. That's a tough read and a great play by the second baseman for the double play.
No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 8-1, Wasatch 3 outs away from getting win number 7 on the season.
Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Top of the 7th brought to you by Chubby's, new to the Heber Valley, family owned and operated, 9 Utah locations. We use 100% premium Angus beef for our burgers and cheesesteaks. Award-winning all-American food, delicious desserts. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave. Ty did it again this week. Got to go out to eat with my dad. Went out to Chubby's, and I always like to try something new. So it was the cinnamon scones this time, Ty. They continue to impress. Cinnamon scones,
you
they
went
have cinnamon
with the side of cinnamon scones?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can't. I mean, you're never going to let the cheesesteak go, but you mean something new in addition to the cheesesteak,
exactly.
right?
So cheesesteak and then a side of cinnamon scones, and it was delightful. A couple of changes here to the fielding type. Faller will go to short. Salmon's going to slide over to second base. Stocking moves to left, and Tyson Dahl now on the mound for Wasatch. Sophomore pitching to his older brother, Micah Dahl, who's behind the dish. That one's going to be swung on and fouled off. I think we have a pinch hitter here in the...
Falcon, Ty, is going to go for Benson.
Diego Falcon. Tyson Dahl, a 1.75 ERA in his 4 appearances on the season. Has 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit, and 1 earned run given up. He's been good in his early career at Wasatch. Foul ball, strike 1, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Ty, I feel like Falcon... as a mascot, that's a sneaky good mascot name.
I agree.
That's a pretty good one there.
You got Clearfield Falcons, right? Isn't that what Clearfield is up there?
They're not the Falcons, are they?
Going to be a ground ball to third baseman. Shaw fields it cleanly, throws it across the diamond in time. 1 away. Wasatch 2 outs away from the win. Are they not the Clearfield Falcons? I thought they were the Clearfield Falcons. This wind, Ty, keeps blowing my pen off the desk. And an old man. My back's going to go out on me here.
Well, you are old because you're still using paper and pen when you can be using technology over here.
Yeah, they're the Falcons, Ty. Clearfield's Falcons.
I shouldn't have second-guessed you. Pardon me there.
Missed the first pitch. Ball one. My fault. So he's been 3 straight strikes. Look down at my phone, my technology. Comes back with a strike. 1-1 the count. It's Ethan Jackson, single and a pop-out.
Always been the enemy for you, huh? You would be very much against, then, the computerized strike zone.
Fowler gives up 6 hits, no walks, 4 Ks, and only 1 run. What a great outing for the sophomore.
Oh, it's the most beautiful stat you can put on a box score, Tyler, for baseball, I think, is no walks, no hit by pitches, no errors. When you play a clean baseball game, that's just as good as it gets. And that's the fun baseball to watch, Tyler. I think when you get people that are like, oh, baseball's no fun to watch, they've probably experienced a game that's not clean, right? A lot of walks, a lot of errors, hit by pitches. But when you see a good, clean baseball game like Wasatch played today, it's beautiful.
Brings us back up to the top of the order. It's going to be Dirk Ford. Ground out, fielder's choice ground out, and a pop out. 0 for 3 today, comes in hitting .318, only a sophomore. Dahl takes a peek at the runner at first base. Leg kick delivers above the belt for ball 2. 2-0 the count. That's going to bring a trip to the mound for Coach McCoy. Is this Tyson? We're up 8-1. Put the ball in the strike zone.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. This game probably means just a tad more to Coach McCoy,
yeah,
right? Being the team that he coached last year and leaving them, come up to coach at Wasatch. And so he's probably ready to see this one be done too, right? Get the win against your old team, move on, go refocus your pitcher and try to get out of here. All it takes is one good pitch now.
Trip to the mound brought to you by, once again, Mirror Lake Station. It's a 2-0 count. Runner on first. Wasatch leading 8-1 here in the top of the 7th. Dahl comes set, working out of the stretch. He'll deliver the 2-0. That one in there for a strike at the belt.
And Ty, it might have been something as simple as like, hey, I know this kid. Go after him with the fastball. Like, just be competitive here with the fastball. Don't worry too much about this. He may struggle with his hands or just something. I just kind of guesswork, but it might be that simple. 7-run lead, fastball. Let's just throw strikes and get out of here.
3-1 count now as that one misses low and outside again. Dahl comes set, delivers the 3-1, and outside. So back-to-back walks after ground out pop out. Wasatch now puts 2 guys on base and moves us to the number 2 hitter, senior catcher Kiesel Wilson. Came in hitting .333 and still there with a 1 for 3 days so far today. Singled to the 5-6 hole and brought in the lone RBI today for the Bruins. Also struck out and grounded out at the second baseman. Gets the outside corner for strike 1. Goes upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little report over on the softball side of things. Tie a 6-5 score last I checked. 10-6 now. Wasatch with the lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Lehigh-Springville game happening over on the soccer field sees Lehigh up 2-0. Oh, sorry, Wasatch leading 2-0.
Is that who you go with? I would say Box Elder.
Well, Lehigh's a little bit closer, and so I thought I'd go Lehigh. 2-1 the count.
Just going to keep giving that team a hard time. Well,
I am.
It's solid purple, Ty. Yeah. I mean, there's absolute purple all the way through. It's not like just a little accent of purple. It's complete purple.
3-1 now the count. Three balls, 1 strike. Wilson back into the box on the right-hand side. The pitch misses high for another walk, and that'll load the bases. Bring up the number 3 hitter who doubled down the left field line in his last at bat. That is Josh Hare, hitting .448, Ty, and he's 1 for 3 today with a ground out and a pop out. Pitch runner for Mountain View is going to be Matt Strong, a sophomore. Steps into the box on the right-hand side. Bases loaded. Wasatch still leading by 7 runs. Dahl, after getting a first batter to ground out and then a pop out, has had a hard time finding the zone. He's walked 3 straight guys. Walk, walk, walk. 1-0 the count. The pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Came into today, Ty, with just again, in the 4 innings that he pitched, only 1 walk coming into today. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one swung on. It's going to be a ground ball foul to the dugout of Mountain View. And once again, Mountain View down to their final strike. One, 2. Dahl on the mound, comes set, working out of the stretch. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just wanted a little bit more pitching, Ty, out there on the mound. He gets the strikeout, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, and Wasatch gets the victory. It's an 8-1 win for the Wasps. They move to 7-4 on the season. We'll take a quick break and be back with your Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show here on KTMP.
Heber Valley, whether you're cheering on our high school team or enjoying a day in our beautiful valley, our community is stronger when we love local. Our local businesses are the heartbeat of Heber Valley, from your favorite cafe to the shop on the corner. When you shop local, you're supporting your neighbors and investing in the future of our community. So next time you're out and about, show some love. Shop, dine, and explore right here in Heber Valley. Brought to you by the Heber Valley Chamber of Commerce. Remember, love local. It makes all the difference. Visit gohebervalley.com/shop.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Wasatch gets the 8-1 victory, 7-4 now on the season. This is your Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show. They're all about being the helpful place by offering their customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience from local experts who know you best. Ty, throw it over to you for our game summary.
Well, Ty, good one here for Wasatch as they win 8-1, and they score in 4 out of the 6 innings that they come to the plate. And Braxton Fowler was excellent on the mound. He got the start. He went 6 innings pitched, scattered 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, no hit by pitch, no errors on the day for Wasatch, and they get out of here with an 8-1 win. Wasatch with 8 runs on 6 hits, 5 walks, 4 hit by pitches, and 3 errors to get Wasatch on base, and they were able to produce a lot of runs, a couple sac flies in the game, and tie some timely hits. Bridger Shaw with a 2-out double in the first inning to get the score going. He had a couple RBIs on the day. And then only 3 other RBIs batted in. Braxton Fowler, Austin Brown, and Jack Salmon, each with an RBI. And then the other runs coming across by way of mistake from the other team here, Tyler. So Wasatch was able to manufacture, produce a lot of runs, and walk out of here with a win. But by far, the stat of the day, tip your cap to Braxton Fowler on the mound. 6 innings pitched, and just really shut down Mountain View. Wasatch on the day had Austin Brown, who went 2 for 2 at the plate, and also had a couple sac flies on the day as well, Tyler. And so Brown was effective at the plate, but no other player for Wasatch had multiple hits. Bluth with a hit, Shaw with a hit, Fowler with a hit, Salmon had a hit, and those are some of your Wasatch guys offensively that produce. And then Tyson Dahl coming in, shutting the game down in the 7th inning. And Wasatch gets out of here with an 8-1 record overall and finishing out their preseason with a win over Mountain View.
That is your Robarge Collision game summary. Key to the victory tonight for the Wasps.
Absolutely throwing strikes on the mound. Braxton Fowler was so good. The pace was good. The defense stayed locked in. Fowler throwing strikes was the reason walks out of here with a win today.
Wasatch Behavioral Health is your public comprehensive behavioral health center, providing a variety of services designed to meet the needs of children, youth, adults, and their families. And your players of the game brought to you by Country Gardens and Nursery.
Well, Ty, it's hard to go away from Austin Brown, who was very effective, right? A triple, a single, sac fly. He was great, so he's going to get the offensive nod as the player of the game for Wasatch. But Braxton Fowler again on the mound, excellent defensively. And I'm going to give a nod to Jack Salmon at shortstop, Ty. I thought Jack played a fantastic game. A lot of balls coming at him today, ground balls and fly balls. He was very, very good up the middle for the Wasps here today.
And lastly, your Wasatch Napa Auto Parts play of the game we're going to give to Bridger Shaw, the 2-out, 2 RBI double to get Wasatch started in the bottom half of the first to give Wasatch that 2-0 lead that eventually expanded to the 8-1 victory. Wasatch now 7-4 on the season. We'll be back on the air tomorrow, 7 o'clock, as Wasatch Lacrosse travels to Northridge High School. It's going to be a good showdown of a rematch of the quarterfinals a couple years ago. Final thoughts, Ty?
just love this team, love what they're about, Tyler. We didn't even talk much about the injuries today, and Wasatch with a couple of their top arms not available and a couple of their top bats, right? Your number 2, number 4 hitter in the season not playing, no big deal. Next man up. This team has a lot of depth, and Ty, they've got a lot of weapons and a lot of arms. Just love what this team's about, and finish a great preseason here for Wasatch.
8-1 is the victory. We want to thank you for listening to 94.5 The Peak.
You've been listening to high school baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Opportunity for this wonderful community of baseball right here. You've got the current high school players and many of the future players coming up. It looks like Wasatch baseball, the future is bright. Here we go. We've got them running the bases right now. As soon as they get 3/4 of the way down, next runner will go. Here we go. Who's the fastest? Please come towards the end of the backstop right here where we will get a photo. Please do not leave the field yet. Coach Kennedy and Coach Shaw, if you can have them come to the backstop once completed, it would be great. Have them come to the backstop for a photo after they've run the bases. next year. Just going over the incoming freshmen for next year. Let's see how fast they are and what key contribution they're going to have to the program next season. Again, a big thank you today for making our official opening day for the 2025 season here at Wasatch High School so special. We're grateful for this community, many, many, many community members who support this program. And excited for what the future means. Thanks again and have a great night. coaches today for this game. Costa Vida is feeding the varsity team. And the JV game will get started here in about 15 minutes.